Aloha, welcome back. This is Betsy, and we are here today for the final video in the walkthrough of my ebook, You Are Gifted. It's available on Kindle, and the link is below. Again, this is the workbook for a 4-class workshop I developed about intuitive development. I believe I could have really benefited from having some basic fundamental exercises in my fumbling around during my own intuitive development, and the guides downloaded this material for you so you guys don't have to search for years through multiple avenues like I did. Now we've gotten through the majority of everything. All the exercises are in the previous videos, and I hope you've been trying them. I hope you're having some fun with them. We have 4 things to cover today. There's only 1 activity left, so let's dive right into that. And this is, since you are now well aware of how to ground and center, clear your own internal space, clear your home, develop your psychic protection, create your home altar, your home sanctuary, and your special place of connection. Now we are ready to clearly set our intention to communicate with our guides, to reach out specifically to them and say, here we are, we're ready, please come to communicate. So, as a medium that does work in the public, and I do host groups, facilitate groups, for people that are new to this, that have never been to a medium, probably the most frequent question I am asked is about demons. How do you know you're not calling in dark forces? Well, that is our last activity, is to make our location and ourselves safe. So to do that, I would encourage you to write your own clearing prayer. We have gone through that already in the prior videos, and I have lots of journeys and things on my YouTube channel where I specifically walk you through my prayer. So you can find that in many different places on my channel, so we don't need to go through that again. But the steps really are about reaching out in respect to your team, declaring your intentions about the energies that are not invited into your space, the energies that you are inviting into your space, and to affirm your commitment and your belief in what you are doing. It's very simple, doesn't need to be long. I would encourage you to keep it short, but also to give yourself time to play with it, and not to be in a hurry with it, because this is something that you should really love to say. This is something that when you say it, you feel the wheels in motion as the words are coming out. You feel that connection deepening right away. And that, of course, is one more layer of sealing your space and keeping you protected. And it's also a opportunity to build trust with your clientele, especially if you're going to be working in the public sector with people that you've not met before. As I said, they have questions. And when I explain this process with the clearing prayer, I am always impressed with people's willingness to take a long-held belief or fear and put it aside for a little while and just try this out, just to see what's going to happen. Their willingness to trust us is, it's deeply moving to me. A lot of people have had these beliefs for a long time in their life. They are afraid, or they feel that this is dangerous territory, and their willingness to suspend these beliefs for just even a short while and to give us a chance, it's a very moving thing to me. Which is why this work is always my privilege, for that very reason. So, there is a balance. And we probably have covered a little bit of this before, but let's just reinforce this. There is a balance, as above, so below, light and dark. There are all kinds of energies available for you to work with. And there's no right or wrong. It's whatever your goals, what your intentions are, what you want to do, and the energies that will partner with you to make those intentions successful. I prefer to work in very light energies, and I feel I'm very protected. I feel my team has always had my back. Yes, I had plenty of years of being afraid of unseen energies. In my adult understanding, I recognized that I was always protected. I never felt I was imposed upon by dark forces. As I look back, I recognize how lucky I have been. And so your prayer should clearly define that. Who do you want to work with? There's lots of practices out there, and whatever it is you choose to work with, I encourage you to do some research to find out which entities are typical to be partnered with in that practice, and to get to know them, to see if it feels right, and to go with what feels good to you. This is also, again, another reminder about setting boundaries, because this is, again, setting boundaries for yourself, knowing what works for you. You set the terms and the goals. So do you want to work with the public? Do you want to just have a private, simple life? Is this something just for you, or will you include friends and family? The better you understand your intention on that, the stronger that can make your connection. And be honest with yourself. If you say, oh, no, I just want to be in, on my, just my friends, no, not going to be in public. And in the back of your mind, you're thinking, wow, I saw a TV show once that there was a young man on there who really, it was really interesting. That would be so cool. Be honest with everybody. Be honest with the guides. Doesn't do anybody any good to say, no, I'm just going to keep it small, when in the back of your mind you're thinking, oh, it would be great to be in public speaking to groups, or it would be great to be on TV or radio. It would be great to have a YouTube channel. It's available to you. Grab that dream and run with it. Make it as big as you want it to be. Also, define when you're going to do it, how long you wish to do this. Is this a full-time job? Is this a part-time job? Be specific. Thoughts become things, like the guy says. Thoughts become things. So dream big, state your intentions, and I encourage you to go for it. There's lots of room out there for wonderful things to happen, and it's a magical world. Set your boundaries, define your terms, and run with it. No 2 a.m. calls from people in crisis, though. I wouldn't recommend that one. So, releasing judgment is the last thing that I wanted to touch on. And this one is really for those of us who will be working with others. If we are going to be doing session work with other people, whether it's the public sector, people we've never met before, or friends and family, or word of mouth referrals, releasing judgment about where people are and what people are doing can go a long way into helping you keep your channels of communication open, to know that it's not your mind coming with information, that it really is a clear channeled stream of information coming through you. It really does not matter what a situation appears to be to us. The fact of the matter is, every soul is here for specific reasons, with specific lessons and intentions for this current incarnation. Or should I say, this particular incarnation where we are paying attention to at this moment, because we may be living multiple lives all at the same time. But for where we are right here, right now, doesn't matter what it looks like to us. These people are really truly in the perfect place for them. Life lessons about any kind of things, whether it's addiction, whether it's unconditional love, whether it's bonding partnerships, or whether it's abandonment issues. They can look like so many different things. Each thing can have so many ways of being expressed. Trust that that soul is in the perfect place for its lessons at this time, and to release any kind of preconception about right and wrong, or a different place to be, or a better place to be, or what you need to do to get to the right place. I would really encourage you to give that all away, to just allow yourself as the vehicle that is delivering the information to do its job, to express what the spiritual team has given you to communicate, and to release any kind of expectations on outcome on these sessions. Do we have questions at times? Sure. Do we struggle sometimes relaying information? Yeah, there can be some things that can seem really tough to express. What I find is, if I am resisting expressing the message, I want to hold off for just a moment to see what's going to come up next. The other person always says exactly what I should have said, and I didn't trust the process enough to say it. So I encourage you to trust the process. Colorful language comes up. It has a little bit to do with the personality types involved. My personality as well. I'm a wisecracker, and my guides come through kind of sarcastic and wiseacre sometimes. No, a lot of times. Yeah, a lot of times. That can happen. Colorful language can come through. So in those cases, I do ask that things be reframed in something that I'm more comfortable communicating, and that request is always granted. So trust the process, but just try to step out of it and just allow it to come through. Allow it to just flow like the magical river that it is, that while you're sitting there and you're feeling that love, I call it swimming in that love soup. It feels so good just to be there and to release the other concerns. So I hope that makes some sense. If you'd like clarification on any of these things, you can hit the comments down below. And yes, of course, feel free to reach out to me at any time. I will answer messages as quickly as possible. And I hope that you will join me in the workshop sometime. If not, you can catch me going live on YouTube from time to time, and we do live readings on those sometimes as well. So you can come and play with the process on a live YouTube. So I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough. I hope the book becomes a friend for you. And until I see you again, hui ho.